Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is another episode of Echo Printing and Dyeing. I am pretty much doing dyeing, not printing. Printing to me is transferring an image. Dyeing is transferring a color. So I've been doing color work. And let's take some time to catch myself up. Oh, gobbledy. Because I am accumulating a lot of fabric and I am losing the plot. I can't remember what I have been doing. So we've got some paper, got a notebook, got a pencil, and of course we've got a pile of fabric. So let's unpack. Okay, so this was the original color of the sheeting. So we can leave that maybe there or across it. Literally doesn't matter. Just put it down somewhere. Good job. Okay, so that is that. So this is our original dye efforts. So this is Sage Blossom. And I'm hoping that this light gives the right good sense of color. It's a little darker, but it will suffice. So that's Sage Blossom. Then we had, what do we do here? Strawberry. We did strawberry, and that's like that. And I really like these sort of the lines, the runners from the strawberries. I think some of this color doesn't come from the strawberry itself, but comes from the dirt that's on the runner. We've got that. Then we have this, which is roses of various ilks. So this was dried rose petals. This was red roses, and there may be splurbs somewhere along. Splurb is a technical term from tea. So that was day one. Let's put this, yeah, okay. Day one. And I gotta jump pause for a second. We're back. Day two. So day two came as a result of K3N challenging me to say, okay, do a test where one bundle is wrapped in plastic and the other isn't wrapped in plastic, and see if there's any difference. So this is the only set that was wrapped in plastic, and then everything else subsequent has been no plastic wrap. So we'll leave the sage for last so that we can sort of see the top. This, what did I do that day? See, this is why we need to make notes. Oh, you can see printing coming through there. What might have this been? I don't know. Nuts, I'm gonna have to go back look. Might have been geranium. Somebody's yelling at the camera, I'm certain. It was something. This for sure, for absolute sure, was marigold. And the camera is fairly accurate in terms of the vividness of this. It is bananas bright. And bananas, like, really a nice contrast to some of these other colors. No, geranium was third day. I don't know. Anyways, this is the sage. Using the blossoms again. And there is a air quotes difference, not in terms of the color necessarily, though that might have changed, but because of the movement of the dye through the various layers of fabric. So here it's trapped between layers and it can't go anywhere but on the particular place that it was laid. This allows for movement. That's the only difference. And I guess it would be around, what do you want to achieve? So that's that. Look at the difference between that and that. That's it's bonkers. Just bonkers. I wish I knew what that was. And I'm like mentally going through all of the places where I would have pulled things. I was like, what did I use that for? I don't know. We'll find out. I can rewatch the tapes. And then this is the last go round. So this, what is this? This is clover. Is this clover? No, it's not clover. Oh. This is why we have to make notes. One is clover, one is beech, one is geranium. This must be clover. And this is the geranium that was close to it. So this is kind of a nice color. Another nice yellow. It's a little bit darker in real life than what you see on camera. Then we have the geranium, which was the brilliant red. And look at the color that it came out to. That's a gorgeous purple. You can't, it's a little more red in real life than it is on camera. I wish I could adjust the color to get like a true color, but that's like super nice. I like that a lot. Okay. Do this. Oh dear. Okay, so we've got that. Really poorly folded. And then the last one was beech. This one I think is like yummy. Ermigerd. This is more olive in real life. It's a little dull on the camera. The green is much more, it's olive. It's an olive color. And these splodges are, I'm going to say they're dark gray. See if the other side does any better. Not really. Oh, I wish I could show you the real colors. Like the true to life colors. But you get the idea. These little speckled duos, I love them. They are so much fun. And they came about as a result of the branch of the beech had a lot of leaves that were kind of not easy to pull apart. And so I just took snippers, secateurs, and cut them off and just let them fall where they may. And this is where, if you have the shape of the leaf and then you have that little stem, I was cutting it off just above where the end of the leaf is. So this was like an added bonus, and only the places where I was doing that kind of cutting did we get that. So there is something that was able to come out of the leaf that would not have come out otherwise, I don't think. So there we are. So let's have a little smorgasbord of colors. Let's stack them up pretty close to each other. Stop. So that. So I have amazing colors. That green is superb. That yellow is bonkers. This sage is great. The geranium is also really good. And I have a lot of other, I should probably let that one show a bit more because that's a different, is it different? It is a different color than any of the others. So I have a crazy range of colors. Next obvious question is, and so what am I going to do with it? Don't know. I need to do something, I think. Why do I think that? Because I am accumulating a lot of fabric. That's one of the reasons. Okay, so that was day 3. That was day 2 with a mystery. And this is day 1. So I have pencil. I have notes, which I should take notes of. What all did you do and when? And I have paper in the form of envelopes, and I've got pins to mark. Some of this is really just about sampling. So it is extremely hot outside today. I have this thought that my phone is now, the weather app is now using AI to predict temperatures, because the app now says that we are going to have a humidex of 47. Yes, I said 47. That is bonkers. So we are not doing anything to add heat to the world, well, except for some boiled tea, but that's a necessity. But I'm not going to spend a bunch of time doing some echo dyeing, because that's basically boiling a pot for God knows how long. Okay, so what do I want to do first? So one of the things that I want to know is which is the right side. So what was the side that, so that versus that. That side, can you see the difference in terms of the detail? This is soft and this is more marked. So this is, to me, what I would call the right side. So that is right side up. Okay, so right side up. So right side. The date was June. Hang on, I need to just float over this way for a minute and see what. So today is, done it 3 days in a row. I didn't do that. I think it was the 19th. We're going to say it's the 19th. Did I do it 3 days in a row? I don't know. This is why I got to keep notes real time. We're going to say it's the 19th. Okay. And this is Sage Blossom. It's from the garden. Cotton fabric. 10% alum. Steamed. 1, 2, 3, 4 for about an hour and 20. Plus natural cooling. Okay. So that and I might change these to like safety pins or something. These are all I had at the moment. So this then becomes a useful piece of fabric. Well, it always was, but I have information now about when and where and why. Oh, I'm proud of that. Okay, one done. Woohoo! Next one. Oof, that is the right side. So again, you can sort of see the difference in terms of that has much more detail than this side, or even just that side versus that side. So this is the right side. Okay. Right side. I don't know what other information to capture, so if all of y'all have any good ideas, do let me know. Maybe the size of the fabric? I don't know. June 19, 25. Okay, so garden, red rose, pink rose, and back. Yeah, yes. There's a dried yellow rose. Cotton fabric. 100% cotton fabric. There. Cotton fabric. And the same thing is 10%. And for anybody who is new and paying attention, WOF is a short form for weight of fabric. So you weigh your fabric, you get that number, you take 10% of what that weight is, and that's the amount of alum you use to soak the material before steaming. The natural cooling to me means that there was more heat that was imparted. It doesn't really matter, but well, that's what we're going to do. So it was a slow cool down period. So there was still cooking happening. You know, when you do that with your vegetables and it's like, okay, and now I'm going to put them in an ice bath to stop the cooling process, the cooking process. Same idea. Oh, that's the side that I want. Well, you can do that. That means that this, yep. And I want it so that I can see that. So there's 2. And then this was strawberry. Right side. What's the right side? So that wrong side, right side. There's also a difference between sort of the outside intensity of color and the inside intensity of color. So this would have been the end that I started doing the rolling, and this would have been the one that was closest to the heat source. Right side, June 1925, garden. Okay, natural cooling. There. There. So that's day one. I can probably figure out what that mystery is through process of elimination, she says with bit of confidence. This is Marigold for absolute surezies. I think this is the right side? Oh, here's a spot. Yeah, right side. Some really fun yummo bits. That's a fun yummo bit. So one of the thoughts that I had is to make some kind of K3N is doing a comfort quilt, which is coming along gorgeous. Go check it out if you haven't already seen it. I could make like a quilt, and I'm sort of also currently obsessed with the idea of 2.5-inch strips and then making little squares. And I would probably be able to use this. I can have 2 strips here and then 2 strips there. That would be 4 in total. I might be able to do something with that. Okay, so squirrel, right side. So this is the new day. So this is June 20th. So the garden, so I had, hang on, I gotta go look out the window and see what the 2 colors were. Was it orange or yellow? Ooh, yellow and that weird funky multicolor. So that, what did I say? Yellow. Yes, yellow. And then okay, 100% cotton. 1% wolf alum. Steamed 120. Cooled naturally. I don't know that those ones were cooled so as naturally as these ones were, because I think I was impatient to get at them. Which, so unlike me. Come on. Here we are. So there's that one. Okay, this is going to be sage again. I think that's the wrong side, and that's the right side. Yep. Oh, plastic and no plastic. I wonder if we care. Maybe we don't care. And I could probably do another sage and then do the iron after bath and get yet another color, like the dark sort of khaki green that is a khaki green that will probably be as vibrant as this is yellow. Okay, who are you, mystery? Somebody is probably yelling. Okay, so that's the right side. I wonder if did I do any collection of anything? Was I doing a tree? Wasn't dandelion. I might have posted something on Instagram, and that's where I will be able to get it without watching an entire video. Not sure? Okay. We are gonna just carry on. We've got that. This, oh, I need to make some more paper. So when I steam, I have a little tray, a wire tray, that I put the dowels on that are wrapped in this, so that there is space for the steam to rise to hit this, and then this drips dye naturally into the water. And I had ripped this off because I needed to get rid of an end. And I thought, oh, I'll just throw this in the bottom of the dye in the actual water to see what happens. And this is what happens. So this is the combination of these three colors. So it's neither one nor the other. The other thing that occurs to me is that I am doing this process differently than what the Spectrum book says, because the Spectrum book basically says extract the dye from the plant and then dye wool. And what I am doing here is layer the plant in the fabric, cotton fabric you want to dye, and then just create heat. So it's a different process than what the book has. But the book provides the color inspiration, I guess is what it does. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. So today is an absolute faff around indoors, don't do any heavy lifting kind of day because of the amount of heat. I'm so glad that I made things like I don't have enough things to play with. I made things to play with. Okay. There, okay. Fabric number one. Oh, have I mentioned how much I love this? It's so pretty. These speckles, when I opened it, it was like, oh, there's speckles. It's kind of like a watermelon seed kind of thing. Oh, I think that's the right side. So that dot there, and then the same dot there. This is the right side. It's so yummo. What is the right side? June 21. This comes from a graveyard, beech tree. Well, that's for me. CRCL Sir. Wow. 100% cotton. I don't know if this was an hour or an hour and 20. I feel like it was an hour, but I'm going to put down. You got to be true to your science, because if you lie in the science, then the science will not be kind to you in return. Kind of true for all aspects of life. So without that book, I would never have tried this. And the book says that this is supposed to be orange. Having said that, it does say to harvest these leaves in fall. And so completely different time of year, which is another way of being able to test things. Like you could do the same plant the first of every month or something. Or every full moon or every new moon or whatever. Okay. This is the geranium. Yeah, this is the right side. That was the blossom only, I think. Yeah, I think it was. This is almost a nicer side. Okay. And this is a clover. And the purple spots are where the geranium bled into this. But this part here that would have been on the inside, I guess, that's, according to the book, this is sulfur yellow. Can I tell the difference? This is one of the hardest ones to tell the inside and the outside of. That touch, if that touched, this is the inside. That looks like it might be the inside. Does it really matter? I don't think so. I'm going to say this is the inside. And I'm going by the crispness of the line at the border. It's much softer, I think, on this side. And at the end of the day, this one doesn't matter. Right side. Trail. Purple clover. Oops. There's also been a tremendous amount of, once you pull this out, the colors change. You need to rinse it until the water runs clear. And for both the geranium, like the geranium in extremis took ages to get all of that dye out. Absolute ages. And if I were a betting person, I would say that's not even done yet. There may be a little bit more left. The same kind of thing with the beach. Okay. Well, let's see if we can figure out what is the other piece that we use, because it's the only one that doesn't have a name. Oh. I don't know how rich you are, but I'm this rich. So I have done strawberry, roses, sage, marigold, beech tree, geranium, purple clover, and something else. What would I have done? I'm in my head, I am walking around where I would have gone, what my bin might have looked like, because I need a fun basket. I need a fun foraging basket, like one of those, you know, you see them, the people that have got, you know, they live in the Alp Meadowlands and they have these swooshy baskets. I kind of need one. I don't need one of those. It just feeds the fantasy of me and adds to my neighborhood reputation as a, wow, that was a weird one. Geez, a weird one. Did I do more roses? I don't think so. I'll figure it out and I'll let you know. So I am going to say this is a video. Thank you for keeping me company while we did this. I need to create a dye book, which might be the transference of this information to this book, because I realized that I need to start keeping records. Because it's like, what was I doing? I can't remember. And then we might make something with this. I'm not sure what. Square or something, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, that is all for now. I'll need to go and sit down and think and finish my tea. That's all for now. Please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Always love you lots, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.